night and good evening to everybody. If you're watching us here in the Pacific or especially in California, it is 10 o'clock and it's a beautiful, kind of chilly Saturday. So, good evening to everybody. If you're watching us from the Philippines, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. It's a Sunday in the Philippines, and if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Also, if you are part of Team Replay, happy day to you and happy viewing as well. Just to let you know, we are live on PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So if you are not a subscriber yet, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe by liking, sharing, and if you want to be notified every time we're on, you could just click on that notification bell so you won't miss any of the PHLB radio show or shows. And also, if you have Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB radio channel. And if you have Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB radio. We are also live simultaneously on PHLB radio Facebook page. So we have so many platforms as well, including audio streaming like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And as always, if you miss any of these shows, wow, we have a lot of people already on the chat room, and this is gonna be exciting story. Um, so if you miss any of the shows or you want to replay, it's so easy. Just go to our PHLB YouTube channel. There's already a playlist not only of my shows but also the shows of the other people who are doing or having shows here at the station, as well as you could go to our website, which is www.phlbradio.com. Okay, and just to clarify, people are asking me if they could meet me in Las Vegas. Again, PHLB Radio is based in Las Vegas and it's owned by Johan and Flora Saison. However, Josh Andowet is based in Los Angeles, always been in Los Angeles. And the last time you saw me, I think 2 weeks ago, I was in Las Vegas, so I was able to do my first ever show at the station of PHLB Radio. But to clarify, taga California po ako sa Los Angeles, and they were kind enough, PHLB Radio owners and management, they are kind enough to allow me to do shows anywhere I'm at. So, makita nyo, sometimes in California, minsan nasa New York, minsan nasa Philippines, and there'll be other things that masusurprise na lang po kayo. So, again, maraming salamat sa PHLB Radio for allowing me to do shows wherever I'm at. So, at maraming salamat. So, para clarify, I'm based in LA po, sa Los Angeles po. So before we continue our wonderful episode today, si Larry Lontok, oh my gosh, Larry is watching us from Houston, California. Oh, no, Houston, Texas. Grabe, it's midnight na there. Si Gingy Berry, hi Tito Joe, sabi niya. Gingy Berry, we miss you here in California. Gingy Berry, I think used to be in Reno and then now she is in Manila vacationing. Sarap. And of course, Hazel, my other inaanak, is watching also from Houston, Texas. And a present on time, sabi ni Gingeberry. That's fine. And then, of course, Marcus Chai is watching from the Philippines as well. Si Roland Sagmit, sabi niya, hi Tito. Hi, Roland. Where are you calling? Where are you watching from, Roland? So, welcome. Mas masaya to. I need all your help, ha? Kailangan natin ng participation kasi mukhang maraming makaka-identify ito sa ating episode for today. Ang episode natin for today, si Roland, Sagmit, Arizona po. Ay, nako Roland, welcome to our show. At sana ay makapanood ka lagi, not only this show but my other shows. So this one will be, dati California, nako, one of these days, Roland, hanapin kita. I'll be going to Arizona for a concert. But definitely, I'll look you up. And I will let you know more about what's going on. Okay, ang title po ng episode for today, the episode title today is Hanggang Kailan Ko Kaya Ito? Diba? Very intriguing. hanggang kailan kaya ko ito? Yon. Ito ay ang letter sender is Ramon. Itatago natin sa pangalang Ramon at it's a very very interesting story, and ito kasi basta and I would be needing na at tawag yun, I will be needing all your help, maybe comments, suggestion, advice. Nakasama ko na po kayo sakali. Ay, naku Roland, pasensya. Alam mo naman, may senior moments sometimes. Sige, let me know kung saan tayo nagkasama. Sana naging mabait ako sa'yo. Kasama ko po sila. Sila Larry. Okay, okay. Got it. Okay. Let's start muna. Ito yung letter ni Ramon sa atin. O itatago natin sa pangalang Ramon. Dear Kuya Josh, good day sa inyo. I hope na mapag-unlakan nyo ang letter na ito. I've been meaning to write to you for the longest time, and just like most of the people, hindi ko alam where to start. Kuya Josh, maraming salamat sa PHLV Radio for allowing a show like yours. Marami pong nakaka-identify at napupulot na aral na ia-apply o naa-apply namin sa everyday life. Nako, I'm one of those na po na weekly habit ko na to. At pag hindi ko po kayo napanood, I go to the replay. Maraming salamat again and more power to you. Naglakas na lang po ako this time, Kuya Josh, to write to you. Itago nyo na lang po ako sa pangalang Ramon. Ako po ay 60 years old na, single and never been married. Natali po yata ako talaga sa pagtulong sa pamilya. Kuya Josh, we are from a not so poor family but hindi naman kami mayaman. Nagsimula po ang pamilya namin sa probinsya. Probinsya po ng Kalibo, Aklan. Siyam po kaming magkakapatid at ang nanay at ang tatay po ay payak na pamumuhay lang. Kuya Josh, hindi po ako nakatapos ng kolehiyo dahil at an early age I need to help right away the family for us to survive. As much na gusto ko pong mag-aral, wala po talagang way na mapag-aral kami. Kuya Josh, nagsumika po ako at an early age. I tried to learn a skill. Luckily, marunong po akong maggupit ng buhok at naging magiling naman po akong manggugupit. At ito po ang naging kabuhayan naming pamilya. Kuya Josh, masasabi ko po na talagang tama po ang sinabi nyo in one of the shows. Sabi nyo nga po, hindi kasalanan na pinanganak kang mahirap, kasalanan po pag namatay kang mahirap. Tumatak po yun sa akin nung nabanggit nyo minsan sa isang show nyo. Totoo po yan, Kuya Josh. Dahil po ang nangyari sa akin, nagsumika po ako at sa kagandang loob po ng isang tao, ako po ay naka-migrate sa Canada, sa Vancouver po. Dala ko po ang skill kong bilang manggugupit or hair stylist. Hindi po naman pag humayabang, magaling po ako talagang maggupit. Kuya Josh, dahil nga po sa payak na pamumuhay ang aking nakamulatan, mahilig po akong tumulong. Hindi lang po sa aking mga kapatid at sa kanilang pamilya, pati po sa mga kapitbahay namin sa probinsya. Marami na po akong natulungan at hindi ko po yun pinagsisisihan dahil alam ko po kung papaano po maging mahirap. Mahirap po Kuya Josh na maging mahirap. Ngayon po Kuya Josh, sumulat ako sa inyo dahil hindi ko po alam kung ano po ang dapat kong gawin. Hinihiling ko po sana, I'm hoping that you and your viewers and listeners would be able to guide me or at least give me some advice on what I should do. Ganito po yon Kuya Josh. Dahil po, like what I said earlier, I really like to help people. Minsan nga po laloloko ako dahil pag po laging meron nag-PM o private message sa akin sa Facebook at humihingi po ng tulong, tumutulong po ako. Kahit po hindi ko sila talaga kilala. Marami na po, like what I said earlier, I've helped so many people at hindi ko na po sila mabilang. Then one day po, I met Luis. 25 years old, binata po, at kagaya ko rin po ay galing sa mahirap na pamilya. Dahil sa awa po, katulad ng pagtulong ko sa ibang tao, tinulungan ko po siya at ang kanyang pamilya. Si Luis po ay taga-Tondo. Tinutulungan ko po ang kanyang pamilya. Ako rin po ang nagbabayad. Kuya Josh, nung minsan nag-meet ako dahil nagbalik bayan ako sa Pilipinas, nakita ko ang payak na pamumuhay ng pamilya ni Luis. Nadurog ang puso ko dahil sa sobrang awa. Mistulang squatter sila. Talagang kung makikita mo yung kanilang tirahan noon na parang nakadikit na sila sa kanal. Kuya Josh, durog ang puso ko at ang nasabi ko lang ay tutulungan ko kayo. Nag-isip ako muna kung kaano ba ang pagtulong na ito. Hanggang saan ba ako dapat tumulong sa kanila? Kuya Josh, hanggang ngayon, 5 taon na nakakalipas, ako pa rin ang tumutulong sa kanila. Ako nagbabayad ng apartment, ako nagbabayad ng tubig, ilaw, pagkain, pati ang mga gatas ng kanilang mga pamangkin. Kuya Josh, hindi ako nagrereklamo dahil alam ko, sabi mo nga, di ba, when you're blessed, sabi nga, when you're blessed, i-bless mo rin ang others. Pero minsan, naiisip ko rin, tama ba itong ginagawa ko? Tama ba na parang mistulang meron akong pamilya na hindi na tinutulungan, na hindi ko naman kadugo? Like sabi ko, like what I said earlier, there's 9 in our family. Hindi ko nga sila masyadong natutulungan the way I'm helping Luis and his family. Kuya Josh, dumarating din minsan ang panahon when I feel tired. Nakakapagod din palang tumulong. Nakakapagod din palang maging mabait. Like what I said, 60 years old na ako. Sooner or later, hindi ko alam where my life will go to. Pero nakakapagod din palang tumulong. Minsan sinabi ko kay Luis at sa kanyang pamilya na napapagod na ako sa pagtulong at dapat matuto rin silang tulungan ang sarili nila. Nakaka-disappoint lang because for the 5 years that I was helping them, it seems like they became very dependent on me. They will only text if they need money from me. They will only text and they will text me several times because they're asking for either for payment for the apartment, food for the table, milk or gatas para sa mga bata. Kuya Josh, hindi ko obligasyon dito. Hindi ko nga alam bakit ako nag-decide na tumulong. Ito yung pinoproblema ko ngayon, that's why I wrote, hanggang kailan ko kakayanin ito? Napagod na ako sa pagtulong. Nagigilty ako kung ititigil ko dahil naawa ako sa 2 mga bata. Hindi nila kasalanan na pinanganak sila o they were born poor. Pero sana man lamang maisip ni Luis at ng magulang niya na tulungan din nila ang sarili nila na hindi habang buhay ay asa. Kuya Josh, 5 years. It has been 5 long years at wala akong nakikitang pagpupursige for them to be better. Sabi mo nga one time, at sinasabi rin ng mga kaibigan ko at nabanggit mo sa iyong shows before, when you help, teach them how to fish. Do not give them the fish. Parang tamang-tama sa akin yun. Kasi ang nangyari, hindi ko na sila nabigyan o naturuan how to fish. Instead, I've been giving them and been supplying them the fish. Kaya eto ngayon ang sitwasyon. I want to stop it all because I was hoping and I offered for them to move to the province of Calibo because it will be easier and cheaper for everyone concerned. Si Luis, hindi siya nag-aaral ngayon dahil hindi ko alam. Nung nakilala ko si Luis, working student siya then. Then all of a sudden, out of no reason, he stopped. My offer this time is for them to move to Calibo. We have a house there and I have a small business there that I could offer to them for them to help the business. I promise that I will take care of them the way I've been taking them and I've been taking care of them for the past 5 years. Ngunit, it seems like they are not amendable or agreeable for that plan. Parang ang dating, hindi nila gustong bumalik ng probinsya or to go to Calibo where they would have a better life. They want to stay in the city. They want to be in Manila. Kuya Josh, tama ba na tigilan ko na itong pagtulong? Is it a sin if I would refuse to help them? Ang plano ko talaga is if they would not allow me to take them to Calibo, I will not help them anymore. I will stop helping them at they just need to fend on their own. Una lang, I'm afraid and I am feeling this sense of guilt dahil nga naaawa ako dun sa dalawang bata na as always, they are not to be blamed. I hope that with your advice and your listeners and viewers' comments, medyo maliliwanagan ako on what steps I have to do. Minsan, I feel like mahirap palang maging mabait. I felt like piling ko naaabuso ako dahil sa pagtulong ko sa tao. Is this a good feeling? Am I feeling this way dahil napapagod akong tumulong? When do you say, stop, I don't want to help anymore? And when do you get rid of that guilt of not being able to help? Hanggang dito na lang po at maraming salamat. At as always, more power to your show. Nagmamahal, Ramon. Nako! Ramon, this is very, very interesting. Teka muna. We have a lot of people on our thing. Okay, si Roland, sabi niya, we have met before. Kasama niya si Larry. Si Larry yung si inaanak ko. Tapos si Isay. Balanyo is watching. Hi, Isay. Or Isay. Or Isay. Or Isay. Isay, where you watching us from? Of course, Elinda Gulayan Cercado. Or Elinda or Mommy E for short is the mother of the world-famous girl group Fourth Impact na magkakaroon ng US tour soon. Ako. Tapos si Erlinda Gulayan is watching. Si Feli Alfied. Feli! We've been missing you. Feli is watching us from Las Vegas, I think. Pero Feli is definitely, she is the mani ni Feli, the Pinoy style peanuts o mani, and she is the owner of that, but she's really based in Seattle, Washington. Hello, happy viewing to you. Si Josephine Casillo is watching us from Ateneo, close to Ateneo, Katipunan. So, eto na. Okay. So, i-summarize natin tong letter na to at medyo mahaba. I tried to, na medyo nag-stumble ako kasi I was trying to kind of make it concise and succinct. Medyo lengthy at verbose yung kanyang letter. So, we're gonna keep it little at saka concise lang. To summarize, this letter is from Ramon, who's 60 years old. single and never married because nag-ano raw siya, he was one of those na talagang inukol ang panahon. All his time was to help the family, his family, from the very nature or the status of them at that time. Sabi nga niya, hindi sila poorest of the poor, but they're not naman rich. So technically, they're below middle class. And ang laking family, he has a sibling, sila, nine siblings altogether. At what he's saying is, he was not able to finish college, nag-high school graduate lang siya. But, nagkaroon siya ng skills. Marunong siyang magupit and he's one of the best down sa paggugupit. So, and luckily, he was able to migrate through the help of a person, was able to migrate to Vancouver at doon siya tumutulong. Not only sa kanyang siblings, but tumutulong siya sa mga tao, lalo na yung mga nag-PPM sa kanya sa Facebook. And then, of course, hindi lang, pero naging problem niya itong another person na name na ginamit natin ay Luis, who's 25 years old, single, but also very, very poor. Sabi nga niya, nung nagbalik-bahay siya, he met Luis and his family and nasa squatter area lang sila sa Tondo, close to a canal daw. So you could just envision that, how sad the livelihood of Luis's family. So siya naman, tumulong siya. So siguro naawa siya kasi meron daw dalawang batang involved na pamangkin yata ni Luis. At so parang inako niya, he put it among himself that he paid for a better place. He mentioned an apartment, but he also supplied the food on the table. He pays for all the utilities, electricity and water, plus I guess the milk ng mga bata. Kalang fast forward, this has been going on for 5 years now. That's why he wrote, kasi nga parang wala siyang nakikitang, he was not able to see any progress on the part of Luis's family. Parang, alam mo yung nagiging dole-out mentality, nag-iintay na lang. Parang they're just waiting for the money to come from Canada. So yun ang naging problema niya. So parang, and Ramon is originally from Calibo, Aklan. So what he was offering the Luis's family is to go to Aklan kasi may small business naman siyang si Ramon doon. However, it seems like nire-refuse, hindi amicable for Luis's family to move to a province. They want to stay here dito sa Manila. So, that being said, so napapagod na yata ito si Ramon kasi nga sabi nga, but parang he gave an ultimatum na if you don't go, then I'm gonna stop. Yet, he felt this guilt because of the children, the two kids that are involved, or who are involved, na dun sa family ni Luis. That's why he wrote to us a letter. Yun ang kailangan tulong ko sa inyo. Before anything else, naku, ito na. Si Gingy Berry. Naku, ito na. Sabi ni Gingy Berry, you cannot get poor enough to help poor people thrive or sick enough to help sick people get well. You only uplift from your position of strength, clarity, and alignment. Help people to help themselves. Nako, spoon feeding won't motivate them to help themselves. Your responsibility is to yourself. Sabi nga, love your enemies and your neighbors, but never abandon yourself. And if helping others elicits resentment on your part, then that is not a healthy frequency for your soul. Nako, alam mo, maganda yung sinabi niya. Gustong-gusto ko yung sinabi niya, help people to help themselves. Kaya nga, di ba, nabanggit natin in some shows that we had in the past, teach them how to fish, but don't give them the fish. Tapos sabi, spoon feeding, I like this line. Spoon feeding won't motivate them to help themselves. Nako, Ramon, I know you're listening. Spoon feeding, ibig sabihin, yung isinusubo mo na lahat to them. Hindi nga nawawala ng motivation. Kaya nga yung dole-out mentality na nakasahod na lang, they're waiting sa grasya coming from you for your Canadian dollars. Sabi nga niya, your responsibility is to yourself. Tama. I agree with you, Gingerberry. Ang responsible talaga is to yourself and your immediate family. Medyo itutwik ko ng konti. Sabi nga, charity begins at home. Ramon, you had said earlier that you are helping your siblings and their family. I think doon mo dapat i-concentrate ang help kasi sabi mo nga hindi nga sila rin mayaman and they really need help. And I would assume your siblings may mga pamangkin din yan. So you kind of put your priorities in check kasi nga parang what's with Luis na hindi na kailangan tulungan mo. Swerte. I mean, I feel Luis and his family so lucky to have you as a friend dahil nga imagine mo, you're saying you're paying for the rent, you're paying for the utilities, you're paying for the food on the table plus the milk for the kids. Nako, dapat yata ibigay ko yung contact number mo to a lot of people. Okay yun na, pensyonado ang dating. So, it would be difficult for Luis na motivate talaga. At sabi mo nga, hindi nga nag-aaral. Simply because, ayun na na-dole out na They're just expecting the graces, yung mga padala mo, either in kind or in monetary, simply because may aasahan. Imagine mo, 5 years. Grabe. It seems like you have an instant family aside from your own immediate family. And that's something to think about. Kaya nga, tama si Gingerberry Sabi niya, and if helping others elicit resentment, kaya nga, di ba, yung sabi mo, parang naguguluhan ka na, parang hindi ka na masyadong happy to help, then that is not a healthy frequency for your soul. Kasi nga, di ba, you have to be a happy giver. Yun ang natutunan ko. A good pastor of mine said, when you help, you have to be a happy giver. Kasi if you're not a happy giver, then iba yung feeling. Iba yung feeling, di ba, I read somewhere, and somebody told me, when you help someone for the first time, that you are very appreciative. Na-appreciate sila, very talagang welcoming. Second time, ano pa rin yan, super nagpapasalamat pa rin. Third time, fourth time, naku, nagiging entitlement na yan. Parang they're expecting na. Parang nagiging obligation mo na yan. With obligation mo, which is really not your obligation. I hope you're getting what I'm alluding to. Okay, si Feli Alfien, sabi niya, Kuya Ramon, you're too kind and very generous to your family and to this person named Luis. No, si Luis po ay lalaki. Lalaki siya. Feli. But, sige, he needs to learn how to look for a job so he can support his family and the 2 kids. Kuya, take care of yourself before others. Sabi niya, there's nothing wrong of helping others, but you need to take care of yourself first. Yan, nako, Feli. Other than itweak ko ng konti. Yeah, si Luis kasi, sabi niya, alam mo, medyo, medyo helping others is good, pero pag yung nako-compromise ka na, and nagkakaroon na ng resentment on your part and it becomes like an obligation, then a little introspection, I think you need to assess talagang yung tulong ba ay nakakatulong o yung tulong ay nakakasama dahil wala ng motivation, wala ng incentive for Luis and his family to do better kasi aasa na lang sa iyo. Ayan, teka muna. Si Asaret, Steph. Asaret, ako. Happy viewing to you. Hopefully, you and your daughter, grabe, ang ganda ng anak nito. Napaka-cute. Cutie patuti. Then, happy viewing to you. Tapos si Catherine Cruz is watching. Catherine is the wife of the former Consul General of Los Angeles. And, happy viewing to you, Catherine. Fairly no problem. Talagang ganun. Kasi yung siguro pagkasabi ko ng Luis at saka Luis, siguro nagkaiba. So no harm done, Feli. So yun. So when ang tinatanong kasi ni Ramon, when is helping becomes bad? So like what sabi nga ni Gingerberry, hindi naman bad tumulong, pero ilagay mo lang sa lugar. Tapos sabi rin ni Feli, wala talagang wrong. There's nothing wrong in helping others, but you need to help yourself first. Kasi kung nako-compromise na, it becomes like more of an obligation. Imagine mo, you're paying for the rent of Luis and his family, plus utilities, plus may allowance pa siguro yan, plus yung milk ng dalawang bata. Eh parang instant family na yan na hindi naman ikaw ang gumawa. And then you're saying na you're helping also your family, your immediate family, your siblings, kasi there's 9 siblings that you're helping out in the province. So ang dami mong tinutulungan. And I understand, sabi nga, to whom much is given, much is required. Sabi nga, share your blessing, pero ilagay mo rin sa lugar. Like in this case, itong kay Luis, parang hindi ka na nakakatulong. Siguro yung mga first 2 years nakakatulong ka because you were able to save them from that situation, yung area niya na napaka pangit ng lugar. Sabi mo nga, malapit sila sa kanal. It's really a squatter area and it's not, definitely not bad environment to raise children. Pero, imagine mo, you're saying 5 years mo nang ginagawa ito. That's a lot of money. Not, siguro yung mga first year, pero kung nakita mo hindi na nag-aaral si Luis at hindi rin nagtatrabaho, so umaasa na lang talaga sa'yo. I think that's a wake-up call for you to wake up and look at the mirror and say, look, hindi na to tulong eh. Nagiging bad way of nagiging ano na to eh. You are kinukonsente, you are making them very very dependent on you. Ramon, not to insult you, you're 60 years old. I mean, give or take, that's supposed to be a couple more years you should be retiring. Pero how long pa are you willing to support this family na hindi mo naman blood related, 'di ba? Parang I don't want to sound bad, pero parang if you continue doing this, you are creating a community of parasite, a family of parasite na talagang they'll be just sucking your blood dry. 'Di ba? Kasi nga, pero mo lahat sa iyo rent. Pati ba naman rent? Pati utilities iyo pa rin. So, wake up, Ramon. Sorry, I know I'm being kind of bad here, but I think you need to wake up. I think that's why you're being bothered, or you end up writing to us, is simply because I think you know the answer and you just want a validation. I think you need to make an assessment. At tama yan. If you think that your offer will be refused by the end of the year, at bigyan mo na lang ng timetable. By the end of the year, you put a period on your help, or the way you're helping them. Give them an ultimatum. Kapag hindi sila at the family of Luis would like to stay in Manila, let them be accountable. Let them pay for their own way. Kasi feeling ko, the reason why nagkaroon ngayon ng complacency sa part nila Luis, kasi nga nandyan ka eh. There's a padrino. They know that if they call you or they text you, you will be readily able to send them money. Your Canadian dollars goes a long way into Philippines. Pero nagiging parasite nga sila. I don't think it started that way. I don't think that they're leeches. They're like linta na they're sucking your blood dry. I don't think it started that way. Kaya lang naging habit na. Sabi nga, 'di ba, parang sa mga drug addict, 'di ba? I mean, I am sorry and I apologize to use that analogy because sometimes parang subok lang eh. And like yung sa tulong, 'di ba, the first 3 months nahihiya-hiya pa yan eh. 'Di ba? When you help people and they're giving money, giving cash, parang wag na, dami mo ng tulong. 6 months pass, months pass, parang na-appreciate pa rin, pero pag second, third, fourth year na, nagiging obligation na yan, nagiging entitled na yung ng mga tao. And you need to avoid that. Okay, dagdag pa. Si Nick Guzman. Hello, Nick. Nick is watching us from San Jose, California. Nick is a good friend of mine, and of course, with his lovely wife, Roxy. Hi. Okay, happy viewing. Si Gingerberry, duktong pa niya. Not everybody was born as Mother Teresa. Ay, totoo yan. Not everybody was born as Mother Teresa, nor are you obligated to solve everybody's problems, sabi ni Gingerberry. Again, at the end of the day, it's all about setting loving boundaries to protect others as well as your own interests and own space, and most especially your sanity. Wow! Gingerberry! Talagang ang mga hugot natin it's very well appreciated. Ulitin natin tama yan kasi di ba Mother Teresa, sabi she's the patron saint of the poor. Sabi nga hindi talaga yung selfless kasi si Mother Teresa di ba parang she gave everything up to help the poor, right? And then tapos, ayan, gusto ko to. Sabi ni Gigi Berry, Ramon, you are not obligated to solve everybody's problem. Totoo yan. Ramon, you could only help so much. You could only help and do well or do good to some people, not all of the time, pero may hangganan. Meaning there's always place and time in helping. Tapos, sabi nga niya, in the end of it, it's all about, I like this. I like this, guys. Loving boundaries to protect others as well as your own interests. Dapat talaga may boundaries Ito lang yung kaya mo. Ito lang. Like for example, like what Ramon did. He was helping Luis and his family. Okay? Now, nakatulong na siya for 1 year. 5 years na. Dapat may boundaries lang. Okay, I'm gonna help you for 6 months, 1 year. Okay? Pero you need to help yourself too. Like yung nanay, yung tatay, dapat they need to find ways also to survive. Hindi lang aasa sa grace o sa grasya o ayuda ni Ramon. Okay? Talagang I like that. Loving memories to protect others as well as your own interests and space and most special sanity. Kaya Ramon, that is so good na si Gingerberry was able to talagang hit it on the head. Talagang tama 'yon kasi nga there's a reason, sabi mo nga naguguluhan ka na lang at nagkakaroon ka ng guilt na baka yung pag inista mo yung pagtulong, it's not a good thing. I personally do not think if you stop because you're giving them an ultimatum, you're telling them, look, it's either you go with me to Kalibo and we start fresh anew, and it will be easier obviously for you. Instead of supporting them in Manila, it will be easier to support them in the province at maayos yung buhay nila. Now, if they refuse to do that, Ramon, that is a wake-up call. That is the sign. Ito na yung iniintay mong sagot. It's not sagot ko, sagot ni Gingerberry, sagot ni Catherine, sagot ni Feli, ni Aseret, sino pa? Si Erlinda, si Isay, si Roland. Hindi yan ang sagot. Ang sagot yan ay somebody higher than us are already saying na, look, wake up, Ramon. Helping is good, but when it becomes an inconvenience for you, then that's not good anymore. Sabi nga, pag tumutulong ka pero nangihiram ka na sa credit card mo o tinutulong mo yung pinangungutang mo, hindi na maganda yan. You need to put boundaries. Okay. Sino pang may mga comment yan? Ang ganda nung talaga, kasi ito talaga yung sometimes, di ba, and we've talked about it time and time again na pag mas nakakarami ka o mas nabibiya ka, mag-help ka rin. Pero, we need to understand also, hindi naman pala palagi. Okay, dapat we take notice of also, and people should be grateful. Yung, di ba, si Ramon ang giver So, of course, when you give, someone would take. So, yung si Luis and yung pamilya niya are the takers or the receivers. And I'm hoping, hindi nabanggit sa letter, I'm hoping na yung family ni Luis, they're supposed to be very grateful. Pero, hindi lang lip service na thank you for your help and all that. It has to be two-way, two traffic. Meaning, tutulungan din dapat nila yung sarili nila. Kasi hindi naman forever ang tulong. Parang people in the States or people abroad, especially in the US, di ba we were given ayudas during the pandemic? It's not much, but everybody, majority of the population, we all got or receive a certain amount of money dollars from the government to help us get by during those trying times, those taxing times during the pandemic. Pero temporary lang yon. And that should be, Ramon, same thing with Luis and his family. Dapat naging temporary lang yung tulong until they get their act together. Pero imagine mo, 5 years, kahit nga sa trabaho kahit nga sa business, first 3 years should be the R&D, yung talagang testing the water and all that. Pero pag naka 5 years ng negosyo at napalugi pa rin, it's time to bail out. Maybe this is not the right negosyo. So ina-analogy ko lang yan for for Luis and his family. First year, yes, okay, you help, pay the rent and all that. Second year, parang ganun. Third year, wala ka nakikitang then that was supposed to be the time that you sit them down when you go visit Manila and tell them, look, 3 years ko nang tinutulungan. Ito, tinuloy mo pa, Ramon, until 5 years. Kaya nga, nasanay na, naging habit na. It became like a habit of help para sa kanila. Nagiging, na lang, nakasahod na lang ang mga kamay, nag-iintay ng grasya from you. So, wake up, okay? Tapos, eto pa, Jay Rivera. Hi, Jay. Happy viewing to you. Tapos, Jay, where are you watching from? Saan ka? Dito ka ba sa abroad o sa Manila? Tapos, dagdag pa, sabi ni Gingerberry, dagdag niya. Sabi niya, walang forever. Paano pag wala ka na, Ramon? Tama. Paano na sila? But please, live long and love yourself. Tama. Nako, Gingerberry, panalong-panalo talaga yung mga comments mo. Totoo yan. Walang forever kahit sa ayuda. Okay? Paano naman kaya nga, Ramon? Paano na? You're 60 years old. Retiring age na nga yan Dapat nga, you enjoy your money na. You're traveling, you're spending more time with your immediate family. Pero anong nangyayari? My gosh, sinusuportahan mo ang rent. Sinusuportahan mo, you're giving money for the supply, your food, even pati gatas ng mga bata, ikaw pa rin. So anong ginagawa ng pamilya? Wala. I guess nakahilata lang waiting for that date na darating ang mga tulong mo sa kanila. So paano na sila pag nawala ka? 'Di ba? How are you gonna be how are things gonna be if all of a sudden, God forbid, something happened to you and then 'di ba, there would be screwed up. I mean, babalik sila doon. 'Di ba nakatawa, the irony of it, you were moved nung nakita mo nasa squatters area sila in Tondo and nakita mo they lived in a very 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 bad environment and sabi mo nga it's not even the ideal place to raise a kid, but because kung mawala ka, babalik at babalik yan kasi hindi nga sila natutong tumayo sa sarili nila. They were just being complacent. In a way, you're party to be blamed. Hindi mo masisisi kasi you created them. You created that atmosphere of being dependent on you. 'Di ba? Parang ganon. Okay, sabi ni Jay Rivera, hey, Las Vegas po kuya, hindi po tayo nagkita last week. God bless. Okay, yeah. Jay, sayang. Yeah, I was there with Fort Impact ladies and we had a good time having lunch with courtesy of course of PHLV Radio, Johan Saison. And of course I met Kuya G. Yeah, too bad I did my show for the very first time at the studio PHLB Radio. So that's why the joke nga is there is really a studio na talaga I belong to. Kasi most of the time nakita nila itong kwarto. Itong office ko dito sa bahay. Okay, eto na si Asaret. Okay, nakahabol si Asaret. Sabi niya, it's okay to share your blessings. Pero you have to save for yourself as well. Nako, napakatama yan. Nako, parang nag-guilty ako in some ways. Parang tinamaan din ako dyan na sometimes sobrang tulong, then you end up forgetting about yourself. At pagdating ng panahon, ikaw naman ang maghahanap ng tulong. At buti na lang, like in my case, nako, marami akong ikukwento sa inyo one of these days. Hinay-hinay lang. Let's deal with Ramon first. You should start thinking about yourself, sabi pa ni Asaret. You work hard, you work hard to teach them, you work hard, so teach them work as well. But if you continue doing that, meaning helping, forever na yan magiging tamad. OMG! Nako, parehong-pareho yung sasabihin natin kay Ramon. Ayan na, ulitin ko, Ramon! Ito sabi niya, okay lang mag-share ng blessing, pero you have to save for yourself as well. You should be thinking about yourself. Isipin mo rin ang sarili mo. Like what we said, you're 60 years old, almost retiring age na yan. If you're in the Philippines, that's retiring age. Marami ng perks yan. If you're in the States, 62 is the first step that you have for your Social Security benefits. Okay? But you work hard, so teach them to work hard as well. Meaning, ikaw, like what you said, Ramon, you didn't start rich, okay? Pero nagsumikap ka by the blessing of the good Lord, nagkaroon ka ng skills. Hindi ka man a graduate of college, but you were able to be the best hairdresser there is, sabi mo nga. So that's a skill na nagdala sa iyo through the help of a person, nagdala sa iyo sa Canada at nag-flourish ka. But of course, you did not, that didn't happen dahil nakatulog ka lang o tatamad-tamad ka. Sabi nga, blood, sweat, and tears ang pinuhunan mo dyan. And the skills that went through that is body grasya na yon ng Panginoon. Tapos, pero, sabi rin niya, if you don't teach them to work hard, itong sila Luis and his family, you continue doing that, meaning continue helping them, continue paying for the rent, continue paying for the utilities, continue buying all the milk for the kids, then forever na yan magiging tamad. Ako, harsh, no? Pero totoo yan. Yun na, pumapasok na yung katamaran, kabatugan. Dahil, bakit nga naman magtatrabaho pa ang pamilya ni Luis? Dumarating naman ang tulong mo. Dumarating naman ang grasya sa'yo. At imagine mo, Canadian dollars pa yon. Monthly, meron silang allowance, meron sila. So, wala ng gastos. So, walang incentive na magsumikap. 'Di ba? So, pahiga-higa na lang. At 'di ba, imagine, they could, instead of them thinking of how to better themselves and to be able to be of a good contributor to the society. Hala, nako, dole out mentality. Dole out means nakasahod ang mga kamay waiting for that next meal coming from other people. In this case, coming from you, Ramon. Okay, yun. Ay, nako, ang ganda talaga nito. Nga doon yung sa tanong mo, kailan hanggang kailan ko kaya ito? Well, Ramon, hanggang kailan, stop it now. Hanggang ngayon na lang o hanggang this year na lang. Give them the ultimatum. Pag hindi pa rin sila sumama doon sa probinsya at they don't want to make amends and they want to stay in the city as opposed to going to the province where you have a little business so they could be of service to your company or to your small business, then that is already an indicator na talagang wala silang balak baguhin ang estado, ang kanilang state of life, of livelihood, dahil you created them, you created that dependency behavior on them. Kasi nga, hindi mo naman tinitiis. Lagi ka lang nagbibigay. So, wake up and smell the coffee. Naku, tapang-tapangan mo yung kape na yan. That's what you need. You need to find the courage. You need to be brave to tell them, enough is enough. My help will only extend up to the end of this year. 5 years is more than enough of helping anybody. Because pag paulit-ulit yan, nagiging entitled na yan, you are creating the atmosphere and the situation and the character of being lazy, tamad, batugan. So be careful kasi instead of your honest and clear and desire and simple desire to help, nagkaroon patuloy ng problema. Why? Ang ganda nung reason mo, ang ganda nung motive mo, ang ganda nung objective mo, ang ganda nung goal mo is to help and alleviate them and take them away from that horrible situation at tinulungan mo, pero yung tulong na pasobra. It became a habit. It became, sabi ko nga, sobrang tulong na hindi na nakakabuti sa kanila because naging dependent na sila sa iyo. Na, sabi mo nga, they will only call, they will only text if they need some money from you maybe aside sa binibigay mo. So Ramon, ako, lahat itong ating listeners at saka ating viewers, I think collectively, everybody's saying na it's not bad to help, pero put boundaries like Gingerberry was saying. Si Asaret naman, teach them, don't continue doing what you're doing for the past 5 years because kung hindi, magiging tamad sila. Tapos you need to think of yourself as well. Sabi rin ni Feli, uh, si Luis needs to look for a job para masupport niya rin ang mga pamilya niya. 'Di ba? You need to take care of yourself. Love yourself. Self-love too. Hindi laging for others. Kasi minsan you need to be a little selfish too simply because that is needed, especially yung age mo medyo advanced na. So think of yourself. Learn to love yourself more. Sabi nga, pag minahal mo yung sarili mo, that's the time you could help and love others as well. So nako, ayan ang ating munting letter for today. Hanggang kailan ko kaya ito? Siguro madaling sagutin yan. Hanggang kailan is you need to put the boundaries. You need to put the brakes. After so many years of helping, enough is enough. Time, lalo na next year na, malapit na, a few more days, 2 months na lang, October, November, December, 2 more months, nako, a new year na, 2024 na. So it's time for a change, it's time for a new beginning, it's time for a new lift, kumbaga bagong simula. And it would be best not only for Ramon but also for Luis na change na yung mga old habits of dependency, of kabatugan, katamaran, at kailangan talaga learn how to fish. Hindi na pwedeng nag-iintay ka na lang ng ayuda. Kumbaga, nakasahod yung mga kamay mo for help. So, yun. That is what the program today is about. Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you so much, Ramon, for allowing us to pry or to look into your life. Hopefully, and I'm really hoping that medyo may napulot ka sa amin dito sa munting advice namin sa iyo and comments at saka mga help na we're trying to extend to you. Oh, sabi pa ni Gigi Berry pahabol, stop doing things for someone when you find out it's expected rather than teka, paano ba to? Teka. Stop doing things for someone when you found out it's expected. Okay, tama. Sabi niya. Okay. Sige, may error. Stop doing things for someone when you found out it is expected rather than appreciated. Tama. Kasi una nga, like what we said, the first 2, 3, 4 times na tumulong ka, those are their sense of gratitude, it's appreciated. But 5, 6, 7 ways of helping them, same person, same individual, over and over and over again, that becomes an expectation. And then, pag hindi ka tumulong, magiging resentment. So, wake up, Ramon. But again, maraming salamat for allowing us to be part of your life. And hopefully, you are amenable to all the suggestions, to all the comments, to all the advices of coming not only from me, but si Gingerberry, si Asaret, si Feli, uh, tsaka yung mga ibang comments na talagang nagpahabol pa. Uh, Please do take care of yourself. Tapos sino pa bang nagbigay ng mga comments dito? So maraming maraming salamat at Ramon, I know you're listening because you promised that you're gonna listen. Uh, don't take it personally, but I think all the advices, comments, and suggestions, put it to heart. Make an assessment on how things are, and then you go from there. At hopefully, maintindihan din ni Luis na it's time to work, it's time to wake up, it's time na hindi ka na masyadong palahingi o paasa o umaasa simply because kailangan na uh, magising sa pagkatulog, magising na you need to fend for yourself and just not depend on people's help, especially kapag paulit-ulit na yung tulong, especially na nagiging obligation na kay Ramon at hindi na maganda yon, especially you, Luis, you're not doing anything to help yourself and your family other than nakasahod ka lang sa tulong at nag-iintay ka sa biyaya, sa graces na manggagaling kay Ramon. And with that, maraming maraming salamat. Si Ivy Violan is watching. Ivy, you could just watch the replay. But Ivy Violan is the Ivy Violan. She is the music festival queen, and she's gonna have a show here in Los Angeles at Manila Pub coming, I believe, December 9. And you could just follow her on her Facebook page as Ivy Violan, and you would know all that information. To my understanding, it's an intimate concert. I think the tickets are going fast, and it's almost sold out. So please do check her. And I will mention that once I get na nakita ko yung poster. Sabi niya, uh, sabi ni Ivy, good evening Josh and your viewers. Good evening as well, Ivy. Tapos sabi ni Feli Alfian, more blessings Kuya Ramon and take care always. Thank you, Feli. Feli, are you still in Las Vegas or nakabalik ka na sa Seattle? Sabi, and hopefully if you're on your way to Seattle, safe travels for you. Okay? So again, maraming maraming salamat, and those people who watched my show yesterday, I cannot thank you enough. My guest was Talia Sindel, and you need to watch that show. She's a soprano, and she will blow you away. It's unbelievable. She's just amazing voice. Talagang a very very Broadway, very West End, and we have a lot of people who watched it last night, and a lot of people are still watching the replay. So that's Talia Sindel, and she was my guest. She's a non-Filipino, and she is originally, the father is from Turkey, and the mother is from Peru. And she's a very, very good-looking young lady, and she gave us some performances there from Phantom of the Opera to Into the Woods, plus there's other musical theater, and I think it's one of those names that you would remember. One of these days, I could see her on the Broadway stage. And on top of that, this young lady, can you believe that she came from UC Berkeley, which is the one of the top school here in the United States, and her major was physics and astrophysics. And go watch the show, and you would enjoy it, and you will be amazed and blown away the way I was amazed and blown away as well. Tapos, before I end, sabi ni Feli, oh, back in Seattle na, kuya, sabi niya. And then, so everybody, maraming salamat for tuning in. Whatever is left of the weekend, you have a wonderful, safe weekend. God bless us all for next week. I only hope that more blessings to come for you and your family. And like what I said always before I end the show, be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And any act of kindness that you do to people, it is guaranteed it will come back to you in different forms, with different people, in different times. yan po ang maging one of the topics natin because I have something to share to you na talagang hindi po lip service lang yon. It really can happen and it happened and I am a living testimony of that. So maraming ganap po at may mga bagay-bagay na talagang I saw the hands of God working in my favor at siguro like what I said, yung sinasabi kong the act of kindness will come back to you. I would I am a testimony to that na the act of kindness that maybe I have done to other people in the past, it did come back to me at nakakaloko talaga. I'll share that with you in one of these days when everything can be said and done because I know that would be a way of me sharing the message, sharing the testament na parang living witness on the goodness of the Lord or the supreme being that you adore. Talaga pong merong people and there's a God, there's a spirit, there's a supreme being on top of us who will make sure we're taken care of and who loves us dearly. Yun po ang masasabi ko. Sabi niya, have a blessed Sunday, sabi ni Ivy Violan. And then keep safe, and we love you as well. So with that, God bless us all and have a wonderful week. Next week, I'll see you next Friday for another episode of Alam Mo Ba with Josh Anduit. And on the following day, which is Saturday, it will be Dear Kuya Josh. So did that, maraming salamat po for your continued support, for being here, for watching the shows, not only this show but also my show. And if you have a little more time, you could just watch the other shows also of the other anchor and host of PHLB Radio because there are good shows as well, very informative as well. And to end this week, be kind talaga and let's keep doing some goodness in the world. Let us be that candle to shine to the other person. Huwag na natin intayin yung malalaking candles pa to be lit. Start from within, start from us. Sabi nga, we are the candle that could shine for and be the beacon of hope to a lot of people. And with that, magandang gabi, good evening. Kuya Josh is tuning out for now. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy viewing to everybody and also to our team replay. Good night, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. Bye. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye po. I have some surprises for you next week. So keep tuning in. Bye-bye.